See if that works. Yeah. Okay. So there's going to be prompts throughout the workshop. You guys can put it in the chat, or write it in your notes as well. The whole point is to get you thinking about how to make your life the best life possible always. Like when you guys join the program, I ultimately want you to live your happiest life. And to some people that's like, I want a six pack. But generally, it's not that, and it's all the things that we do in our day. Like, are we living our best life? Do we love our job? Are we stress free? Do we feel good about our bodies in like a healthy, emotional way? How are we losing weight in the best way that works for us, or leaning out, whatever your goals may be? So a lot of that gets misconstrued or misplaced in the fitness industry because remember, I used to be a bodybuilder, right? So bodybuilding literally is like, look your best. We don't care how you do it, just look your best. And bodybuilding would be one of the most unhealthy sports in this way, right? Because you cut out so many foods, you cut out so many like social events, which can be a good thing, but there's no balance really. It is really like I am gonna go on stage in a bikini and I better look my hottest, my best, and show the best. Otherwise, eek. So it's really an all or nothing sport. And when I started doing like K2Fit challenges and stuff, that's how I coached at first. And I saw a big gap in this, right? So people want to look good and feel good. But Peter, your body's different than my body. Nina, your body's different than my body. We're all going to look good in different ways. It doesn't have to be stage ready. It just has to be like how we feel confident in ourselves, right? So I closed that gap. I was like, okay, it's no longer about just looking good after 10 weeks and ticking a box. It's how we show up every day for our family, how we show up every day for ourselves. Do we feel good about ourselves? Like, are we living our best life? So that's why I wanted to share my wisdom about Phoebe and her way, because she's kind of like this secret guru that you don't know unless you kind of like hone in on it. So I've got some teaching points about how to be more like Phoebe, and we're going to dive into that today. So here we go, team. Be more like Phoebe. Can you see my screen? Good. All right. I'm gonna make it big though, so I can see. Great. Uh, so no matter what your goals are, we're gonna focus on the Phoebe-like traits. So we're gonna do life lessons for confidence, joy, and health with a side of Smelly Cat. So if you know what Friends are, I'm sure you know the song Smelly Cat. It is the worst, best song ever. But Phoebe, that's what Phoebe is. She will sing her heart out even though she can't sing. It's amazing. So out of all the friends, Phoebe really kind of has it down pat. Like she really takes care of herself, but also in that aspect, not hurting others. She just makes sure she takes care of her own joy and confidence and make sure she's living her best life. So, why Phoebe? She's quirky, she's joyful, she's super wise in many ways. So, for example, Monica obsesses about control. Rachel, she chases like validation, often from men, which is like now this is a 90s show and now we're in 2025. It's kind of like, oh, Rachel, come on, you know. But Phoebe just does what she wants, kind of thing. She finds joy everywhere. She doesn't let other people's opinion like impact hers. She is Phoebe to a T. So why we can like channel our inner Phoebe can help us, right? You can hit your goals and whatnot, but ultimately, if you're not happy in yourself or confident in yourself or have your own self-worth, like none of the other stuff kind of matters. So we want to like dive into this a little bit more about what Phoebe does to be her happiest self. So, lesson number one. Be unapologetically you. Who's seen this episode of Phoebe wearing Santa pants? She's wearing Santa pants thinking that they're maternity clothes, but that's not the lesson here. But it is quite funny. Um, don't care about judgment of others. I work on this all the time, by the way, you guys. You know, I'm in on social media, I'm trying to present myself in a certain way, but also at the same time be like, you know what? Like I just want to share what feels great to me. The critics and stuff, these aren't even real people to you. They're not, and if they are critics that are close to you, they're not very good friends, family that you want to like look up to then. So be unapologetically you, your quirks, your differences, your, things that stand out. That's what makes you you. There's like 7, almost 8 billion people in the world. You don't need to be like anyone else. Just be you. Just be you. I'm talking to myself now. Come on, coach. Be you. Speak out more. So I will just give you a prompt. You guys can write it in the chat for now, unless you want, Peter, for example, if you wanted to share. But what's one thing that you hold back from because you're afraid of judgment? You can think about it for a moment. You can just write it on your own. You don't have to share. Mine is the social media thing that I just gave you. Um, I try to put out content that I believe is helpful or entertaining, or I just love myself. And if you resonate with it, great. And if you don't like it, just, you know, don't follow my page. Um, but then you get trolls, right? So dealing with the people the critics, as I said. So dealing with those guys can be difficult sometimes. Fear, Peter said. Fear of what, bud? Do you want to share? No, it's okay. Or you write it.
Yeah. Fear like if I this might happen. Recently, I've been going through a lot of that.
That what might happen? Like something might happen.
Yeah, something bad might happen.
Like walking down the street and tripping and hitting your face, or
No, like you can. I'll put it as a work thing. Like sometime to make the decisions. What if
okay.
this happens? I know you learn from your failure, but then the fear of what your partner will say, what your customer will say, and all that.
Right. Okay, okay.
Hmm?
Okay, there's a few podcasts that I could send you about that, Peter, that I've been listening to lately about growth and how the most successful entrepreneurs and business people actually dive in first and figure out the path often along the
Mhm.
way because you can always course correct. And so as a business owner, if you just hold back till the perfect time or whatnot, it can really hold and get your business stuck. So there's some podcasts I can share with you, bud. So remind me. All right, so we'll keep going to lesson 2. Uh, don't let the past define you. Phoebe had like the roughest childhood. She lived on the streets. She lost her mum. She ended up robbing or mugging Ross at a point. Like she had a rough go. But none of that like even impacts her. Even the friends are like, Phoebe, can you think of something sad? And she's like, no, I can't think of anything. And they're like, what about remember your mom died? And she's like, oh yeah, yeah, that. But like it's not just like sitting on her head constantly to weigh her down. Because your past explains who you are, but not the whole book, not everything you are now, and it doesn't define, sorry, what comes next in your future. There's a lot of stuff that I'm sure you could look back on your own, which that exactly what the prompt is. What story of your past do you need to let go of? For a long time after having cancer, I'd blame myself and I just kept thinking, oh gosh, what if it comes? What if it comes? What if it? And I couldn't let that story just be in my head constantly. I had just had to move on and build my life and live for the future because the past doesn't it can't hold you back. We don't need to look in the rearview mirror all the time, right? So thinking of that, what story from your past do you need to let go of? And I'm just trying to get the chat up here because I see one. Um, Nina said, I hate seeing an email that I've received a review on Google for like the restaurant. Whenever I do, I open the email, squint until I see, phew, it's 5 star. Ah, that's interesting. And sometimes not, it hurts. Yeah, I'm sure. That's a hard one. Definitely. Running villas or restaurants and stuff in a tropical paradise where people are either overly kind or not. There's not very much in the middle there, so you can understand that, Nina. So just take a minute to what story from the past do you need to let go of, guys? And I'll go on to lesson 3 while you kind of contemplate that so we get through everything. There's so many Phoebe lessons. These were supposed to be gifts, by the way, but I couldn't get it working, so Phoebe's a little blurry. She's Blursula. If you have seen that episode, she's not Blursula. Um, yeah, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect at everything before you start. We kind of touched on that in the business thing. Like sometimes you get so held back by being like, I have to be ready to do this magical thing when it's the perfect time. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. But trying something new and being like able to embrace that and just give into I'm not going to be perfect right away because, we were toddlers once. We weren't perfect. We fell, we walked, we fell, we walked, we fell, but we didn't just stop walking. We we just kept trying, right? So it's kind of the same for us as adults, but often we get so scared of failure. Um but yeah, trust your gut. Your intuition and enjoyment are far more important than external critique. Do what feels right for you. So if you've ever felt like you're not good enough, what's something you avoided because you thought you weren't good enough at it or to try it? Peter, thanks for sharing in the chat, mate. I see that. What's something you avoided because you thought you weren't good enough? Oh man. Hmm. Probably some things. Just for I'm super sorry. I have a huge cold, by the way. If I sound like I'm, hoarse and I just smoked a pack of cigarettes, I didn't. It's just because I've had this cold forever. Soda water and fisherman's friends are my best friend right now. And ginger tea. All right, team. Let's move on. Find joy in everything. So this little picture here was supposed to be a clip of Phoebe running. Who saw the episode with Phoebe running with Rachel? No, Peter didn't. Okay, I'll explain. Don't worry. It doesn't take long. It's awesome. Um, just seeing that Nina said from the last one, avoided doing some sports or gym, thinking that you're not good enough, etc. Yeah, the amount of people that come into 365 and they just have not been in the gym. Actually, you guys are in the chat, so you've probably seen a few people lately going like, "Okay, I got over my fear of the gym. Okay, I'm going to the gym." It takes some time, right? Because you kind of feel like I feel like sometimes we're all adults, but we're all stuck in high school a bit, and we're all stuck in the PE when the captain's choosing, first, and that captain's choosing their first, and then they go down the line and somebody's always last. And I'm like, like I feel like that kind of happens with like gym stuff and whatnot when it comes to getting fit. But yeah, just taking that step is super important and yeah, like anything you guys want to try, please try because we all suck at it at first. No one just like shows up and is like, "All right, I'm deadlifting 3,000 kilos." Like nobody does that, right? We're like, "Oh, we gotta get technique and the form. We gotta work it out." So, lesson 4, guys, find joy in everything. Phoebe's running style. Real quick, if you haven't seen the episode, or you don't even know what Friends are, you should go watch all of the Friends now. Not now, really, after the call. Phoebe and Rachel live together for a short amount of time, and Rachel is very proper because she's worried about people critiquing her all the time. So she runs and she's like, shh, shh, shh. And she's got this perfect little run and perfect little breathing pattern, or so she thinks, right? because what's perfect? And Phoebe's like, that's not running. This is running. And she runs like, like you see 5-year-olds running through the park. And Rachel gets super embarrassed because she's like, oh my gosh, but people will see you. And Phoebe's like, yeah, but I don't care, kind of thing. So that's what that scene's about. Um, if you, yeah, don't find joy in something, you're not going to actually continue it, right? So if you ever look at the workouts or go through workouts with me, for example, and you're like, God, this sucks. I hate it. I don't want to do it. This sucks. I'm not enjoying it. Like, we need to switch something up because there's always something we can do. Um, so yeah, uh, joy equals underrated self-care. Happiness heals your body and mind. Like it really does, guys. We want to be happy in life. That's really what it comes down to. It's just the things that help us get there and how big those are in impacting your own personal joy. When you have fun, it creates more energy for you. Often, I'm just going to speak about working out. There's often people that come into the program and they're like, I'm so tired, Kara. I'm so tired. Like, I'm exhausted. My work schedule's this, and I have kids, and da 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 da. And I get it because I have all those things, right? Um, but when you get a workout in, your energy goes up actually. Like working out is hard, running is hard, but it's much more what's the word? Uh helpful in getting over the tired, actually. It seems like it would be the opposite. Like if you work out, you just want to flop on the couch. But maybe that's okay at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., after a good day. Peter just checking the chat. I believe you must do something for yourself that makes you happy every day. Yes. 10, 20, 60 minutes, whatever for you. Yeah, totally agree. So for me today, we had a lot of work to do today, Elizabeth and I, but we also woke up at 4:30 a.m. because the boys are little jerks. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. Um, so we were working and I was like, oh, I'm exhausted. Like I need to do something. We had already worked out, by the way. I was like, oh, and so we booked a pedicure. And we just went and sat in the pedicure for like an hour. We're like, and the ladies joke with us. They're like, "Why are you so tired?" We're like, "It's okay," but it brought us joy in that like that of the day because we just needed a rest. Even though we had lots of work to do, it was just like, do we pound through the work and not be effective, or do we just take an hour to like just do something to relax the body and mind? So yeah, no, I don't have a prompt for this one, so I'm just gonna keep going, guys, and we'll get to the next one. Um, Honesty is the best policy. Phoebe is totally honest all the time. Like Phoebe just tells it how it is. And one of the favorite ones for me is that Joey and Chandler help ask her to help with something, and she's like, "Oh no, sorry, I can't." And they go, "Oh, are you busy?" And she's like, "No, I just don't want to." She's like, I don't want to do that. No thanks. And I think as humans that want to people please often or not rock the boat or compromise for people or like take time out to, give there's times for that, of course, but we do it often more than we necessarily should, or need for our needs. We say yes way more times to other people than we say yes to ourselves often. So I love that Phoebe's just like, nah, no, I just don't want to. Like, do you want to go for dinner? Nah, no thanks. But I mean, if you want to sugarcoat things, that's fine, guys. Like if you want to say to your friends or something, um, like, oh, sorry, you're busy or whatever. That's fine. Little white lies, whatever you want to do, right? Because of course, saying no to a friend that's asked you out for dinner, and you're just like, no, I just don't want to. They're gonna be like, fuck you. Like, oh my God, do you even like me? But that's what it is sometimes. Kids are the greatest for that, by the way. No, they go to sleep. They have to have their sleep. But anyway, however you want to deal with these situations. The reason I say talk about no more than like everything else on the screen right now is because I find it's a very big barrier for me and clients sometimes for people to lose weight because they have so many social obligations that they must go to, or they have so many like work get-togethers that they must go to. And I'm like, do you really like will they really miss you if you're not there, or do you need to really have to do everything? And it stalls people's weight loss so much because they have like three or four engagements, especially expats overseas, like three or four things in the week that people are like, oh, do you want to hit this game's on, this is on, etc. And you're saying yes, yes, yes constantly, and then you're saying no, no, no to your goals because oh, I ate out at the restaurant, or I had drinks, or I all these things. Um, so yeah, I don't want to like harp on it, but I kind of do because I think it's so important for us to really pick and choose like what we spend our time on. And I think on here, I think, and in 365, most of you would agree. Anyone watching this playback, if you don't agree, look at your schedule. Look at your schedule and see what's necessary or not. And then, yeah, with that said, own your choices and the consequences. So if you decide to go out 3 nights a week because you feel that you can't say no to something, you are definitely putting yourself at the last and your goals at the last, right? You have to take responsibility for the choices that you make. So if you take control and what you want to do differently, so maybe, and with honesty is the best policy, and in what I've just like talked about, you guys, is there anything that you guys want to work on, being more honest with yourself about what can help you move the needle or get better at your business or whatever, like what's been stalling you is what I would um prompt you to think about. What's stalling you? Be super honest with yourself. I had to do this the other day because I know that I don't set enough time without phone. So I'm working, but I will get distracted by my phone. And so I set some new parameters around like how often I grab my phone and stuff, like phone times on, phone times off. That's something super important to me because I want to be effective when I'm working. So then I can spend as much time as possible with my family, friends, loved ones, that kind of thing. All right, team. Any questions or thoughts do you want to share before I dive into? We have two more, just so you know. So lesson number 6, never stop learning. Phoebe never learned to ride a bike because she was poor and homeless and didn't have anyone to teach her, but she told everyone that she could ride a bike when she couldn't, so she'd fall and she'd walk around with the bike. And they're like, "Can you ride a bike?" So Ross taught her how to ride a bike, which was quite cute. Um, so never stopped learning. Phoebe really wanted this pink bike, and she was definitely scared when she got on it. And most people would be embarrassed about having to learn to ride a bike or something like this, a pink bike. But she eventually was proud of herself for trying something very new. So what can we learn that we haven't started yet? You can remember these points that I've put here. Like start with where you are. Perfect timing is totally a myth. There is no perfect timing to start your weight loss journey, to start a new language, to start a new business, whatever. Just start. Just start. It doesn't need to be Monday. Um, and curiosity. So like ask questions. There's a lot of the coaches that I work with, they have coaches as well. It's not a pyramid scheme, I swear, but they have coaches as well. But it's because we're always learning from people who have either fixed our problem or are in the growth mindset that want to bring people up, right? So ask questions. Don't be scared to ask questions and be curious. You don't have to be perfect. And then celebrate small wins. We always do in 365. You have to recognize the small wins because if you don't recognize those, you never get to the big wins because the big wins are so big that you if you don't see the steps, it's like, oh, when am I gonna hit it? When am I gonna hit it? When am I gonna hit it? So you celebrate those small wins and continue growing. So, is there anything that you guys want to learn that you haven't started yet? Peter, swimming. Yeah, buddy, you mentioned that before. Yeah, you checked on that when you renewed gym membership, been wanting to do it for so long.
I checked on that. Like I just renewed my gym membership. I told you the other day.
Yeah, yeah.
So I checked out. I did not renew only for one branch. I renewed it all over Evo. I can go to any branch. So I also checked with them. Do they have one-on-one training for swimming? They said yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be checking out those new branches over the weekends. Basically, I can try and see which one has a swimming pool.
Oh,
I'm not
great.
going to go in the water myself, but I'll
Yeah.
see how it is. Then I'll decide how to go from there.
Oh, that's so good, bud. That's awesome. That's really, really good. Yeah, you'll do great. I'm sure. Like you just, yeah, find a coach that helps you step by step, go easy. But yeah, you'll do great. Good, man. I'm proud of you. That's cool. Awesome. All right.
41, only a number.
What's that? 41. Yeah, it's only a number. Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna learn Swedish. That's my learning. It's a language that only Swedish people speak. Obviously, it sounds weird, but there's only like 10 million of them. So my dad's like learning. Why don't you just learn? Yeah, like yeah, something else. So I learned Chinese. There's like 1 billion of those peeps, and then I think Indonesia has close to 1 billion people. I think. Or something like that. So Bahasa Indonesia, I really should learn. But because I want to speak with my boys and I don't want to be left out of convo and I want our family to be fluid, in conversation, I really want to learn Swedish. So I really have to start putting some time and effort into that. They just sound so weird. So wish me luck. Okay. Uh, in the chat, uh, Nina, half of Finland Swedish. Oh yeah, let's go. All right, that's helpful for my motivation. Great. So that's another 4 people, right? Something like that. Finland's like, yep, 4 people. Excellent. Sweet. All right, so the last lesson of Phoebe, be like Phoebe, is I want to fly a commercial jet, she said one time. So dream big. And it's okay. We want to celebrate small wins. Excuse me, sorry guys. As we go forward. But yeah, they were talking about career changes and stuff like that. And Phoebe's like, yeah, I'm gonna fly a commercial jet one time, and everyone's like, what? She's like, they gotta be leaving the keys around sometime. I'll just take one, kind of thing. And it's a silly thing, right? But excuse me, it goes to the point of dream big. So if your goal is to, you know, okay, I'm gonna use me as an example because I don't want to imply what your goals are. Okay, I actually want to step on the bodybuilding stage again, but it's like a huge, huge goal. I really actually just want to I want to be fit enough and look strong enough again that when I walk down the street, people are like, "Oh, she works out. Oh, she works out. Oh, that's a coach." That's actually my goal, but I'm setting the bar as I want to step on stage. But do I really want to step? I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But like setting the bar very, very high because the more you set the bar high, the faster you get to your goals, actually. So if you come into the program and you know you have like 20 kilos to lose, but you're like, I just want to lose five kilos. Good. It's a great start, but that's one of the small steps, right? So why don't we set our like sights higher and then we build the habits and everything like to build up to that big goal. So dreaming big, it's much more fun to think of commercial jet than a weight loss goal per se. So maybe you can think of a dream big goal that you have. Um, but dream it, you know, be unapologetic about it. Like, just know, like, this is what I want to do. And because there are naysayers, there are people around you that will be like, why? Why do you want to do that? Isn't it enough already? You already lost 5 kilos. And isn't that good enough? But you might want to do more. So believe it, then we plan it, and then we live it. Just become who you want and need to be. So, with that said, it doesn't have to be a health goal, but what's a big Phoebe dream for your health or life? Just take a minute to think about that. Mine is to get back on stage, actually. I really want to tour. I want to have my book and I want to be on stage. I want to be, especially in China, in front of mums and kids, teaching them about healthy living and living fit and passing it on to little ones. That's my goal. I want to be on stage. Like that's my dream big goal. And I think I will get there actually, but I just want to set the bar super high for me. Peter's on the phone. Great, Peter. Nina, do you have anything you want to share? Pause for 2 seconds. Peter, do you have anything you want to share or Nina? If not, I'll just summarize and make sure you guys know exactly why you should be like Phoebe. I'm so sorry.
I've not thought long term, but I have certain goals that I would like to achieve.
Okay.
Like, uh, one of my goals is I still know I cannot reach there, but I'm going to keep trying. I want to run the full marathon, not half.
Okay.
That's one.
Yep.
And another one is I want to be settled more properly. Means family life.
Okay.
After
Cool.
all what I've gone through, I want that.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. I can understand that, buddy. Yeah. And you'll have it for sure. For sure. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. Do you want kids or do you just want
yeah.
to? Yeah, you do. Yeah. 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 They're
After
cool.
seeing you, yeah, more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really? I wake up at
yeah.
4 things like, and you're like, oh, cool, that sounds great.
No, but these moments, even I've seen with my niece, these moments are like memories.
Yeah. No, it's beautiful. It really is.
Mm,
Having kids is amazing. Best thing I've ever done, and I didn't do much of it at all. Elizabeth,
mm,
Elizabeth.
mm.
But yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, that's cool,
How
bud.
did
It's
the
great.
how did the cat hit the kid yesterday? That was so funny.
What
Was it
happened?
yesterday
Oh,
or day before?
the cat.
Yeah.
Oh, Kara loves animals. Like he sees a cow and he's like, yeah. Like he's so
Good
stoked and he just smiles.
morning.
Good morning. So the cats, we're a little bit cautious with the cats because we always ask like, is this a cat that he can touch or not, or should we be wary? Like we don't just let him go up. But they said, oh, this cat's yeah, it's a nice cat. But I think because he was like on a chair and the cat
Okay.
just like, and the cat was like, ooh, it was really cute. But he
I
came back
love
very
seeing
quickly.
okay, I love seeing your posts. Yours or Coach E's.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Thank you. All right, team, let's go into the summary of Phoebe's superpowers. This was supposed to be a GIF, that's why it's so blurry. I apologize, guys. So being like Phoebe is your superpower, being authentic, being unapologetically you, it's a hard word, it's very long. Um, be resilient. Your past fuels your future, but it doesn't need to define who you are forever, right? Progress is way better than waiting for perfect. Okay, so you just start now, make the progress as you go. The perfect time doesn't exist. The perfect time literally is right now. Like whatever you want to do, whatever you need to do, desire to do, just make the steps immediately. Truth, honesty sets you free. So, if you want to say no to going to a dinner or whatever, do it. Just so, or one of the things I forgot to mention, there was an episode that I was also really liked, and Phoebe was telling Monica that she's uptight and that Rachel was a pushover. right? And they're like, we're not uptight, we're not a pushover. And they were like, you can't hang out with us, Phoebe. And she's like, what? Okay, what happened, you know? And then they like proved the point basically that they were a pushover and an uptight person. And they're like, well, we figured out what you are, Phoebe. You're flaky. And Phoebe's like, yeah, you're right, I am flaky. She's like, and they were like, that doesn't bother you? She's like, no. And she just continued on because she's like, yeah, I am flaky. She just owned it, right? So, joy is your secret ingredient, guys. Find joy every day in some way so you can live your best, happiest life. Oh shit, I went backwards, sorry. Yeah, truth, honesty sets you free. So tell your friends if they're flaky or whatever, as long as they have a good sense of humor and they can get through it. Growth, never stop learning. So mine's Swedish. Peter, what was yours again? Swimming. Thank you, bud. Yeah, swimming. Oh, I'm so excited for you, bud. This is gonna be great. Super good. Uh, dreams, think bigger than your skinny jeans. It's great to look hot or whatever, and of course, I want to look my best and feel my best, but I also want to enjoy pizza and play with my kids and, all these things. So find what your dreams are for you and your best life. And for us guys, this isn't about just about weight loss fitness. This become about becoming our most confident, joyful, authentic versions of ourselves. And when you nail that, everything else follows, for sure. Which is why I love Phoebe so much, along with all the other characters. But for right now, Phoebe is the star. All right, you beautiful peeps. I'm gonna open up for Q&A or any thoughts that you want to share before we let you go enjoy your night. Peter, anything you want to share or ask? Excuse me.
Now I'm going to watch an episode.
Okay. Have you seen Friends before? Like
Yeah, I've seen, but I've not seen continuously all the episodes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Maybe like search one with Phoebe yeah, something Phoebe which is a good one. The one with Rachel and Monica that I was saying that she says she's flaky. They say she's flaky and she's like, "Yeah, I am flaky. You're correct." Nina said, I love Phoebes. Thanks, coach. Thanks, Peter. Sorry I couldn't come chime in too much. No worries, buddy. All good. Um, Happy to have you guys here though, and really hope you grab some valuable, like fun stuff to think about as you move forward in your life, your journey, your fitness. If there's no other questions or thoughts, I will let you go enjoy your night, and I will go smush my boys because I'm going to bed at like 8 right now. So, all
Hi,
right.
mom. I'm following up with her. My mom and dad have gone out. They cannot find the TT. I'm stuck between the driver and,
Oh,
and my mom.
oh, that's why.
Okay.
I was like, what's Peter doing? But that's okay. Okay, go do that, Peter. Nina, have a great
Okay.
night. I'm sending you much love, buddy. Peter, see you, buddy. We'll
Thank
chat soon. Have a
you.
great night, guys.
Hello.